This is Chicago. Doors open on the left at Chicago.
Welcome to Chicago. Welcome to Chicago. Welcome to Chicago.
This is Chicago. Doors open on the left at Chicago.
Welcome to Chicago.
Welcome to Chicago. You're tuned in to the TCSF podcast with Big Z and Ivan from the Tape Never Lies Network. Coming straight to you from the 606 Media Studios, powered by True Chicago Sports Fans. This is episode 300. We made it, brother. We made it.
Yeah. Me
and
one. You, your mamas and your cousins too. Let's go. It's me and you. Let's go.
Oh, man, we're fired up to talk about everything that makes Chicago great, our Chicago sports teams. Remember to check out 606 Media, your ultimate source for all things Chicago. Go over to 606media.com to snag your official TCSF podcast t-shirt. Of a sports merchandise line. You can see all of the clips. You can see all of the podcasts, all posted on there. Your one-stop shop for everything that is 606. If you're watching on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitch, go ahead and smash the subscribe button. And if you're listening on your favorite podcast app this morning or whenever it's posted, leave us a 5-star review, some nice comments. It means the world to us. Keeps us up on the charts. And if you want to watch something else, well, you also have myself, Impossicated with Big Z. There's about 14 episodes up there. Go ahead and check out those interesting conversations with different people. I got comedians, I got models, I got wrestlers, all types of cool ass people.
You're a comedian yourself.
Oh, wow. Oh, we're gonna talk about that.
We'll talk about it later. We can talk about it later.
We can talk about it later. You can also catch Ivan's breakdown of the draft. He's mock drafts. He also posted them on True Chicago Sports Fans. So he's part of the Tape Never Lies Network. All things Chicago Bears. Go and watch their stuff. They have shows all through the week. And especially if you want to know what's going on with the Bears and what they'll be drafting and what they should be drafting, check out Ivan's mock drafts. They drop at least once a week. And if you missed them, he's already done 3. Go through them. And they're very fun to watch. So go ahead and do that.
There'll be a few more. Next week is the biggest. It's our big week. Next week is our big week. It's all week draft. Even this week, I believe we got Matt Waldman coming on. Keeping it 100 on Wednesday. He's our draft guru. Strictly offensive skill positions, but Matt Waldman is the man. Like he's just. We're thankful that we have him coming on and talking with us about the draft and stuff. It just boosts our knowledge and helps us out a lot. But yeah, next week is the big week, man. Draft week.
Can't wait to see all of that. It's going to be great. I'll be tuning in. Let's strap it in. Get ready for an unforgettable ride through the best of Chicago sports culture and beyond. Let's get started. This past weekend, the Cubs struggled against the Pittsburgh Pirates, who are no longer the redheaded stepchild of the division. As they wrapped up the series with the Pirates, it was a rough one, right? It was frustrating because it felt like the Cubs beat themselves many a times. The offense was there one day. The pitching wasn't there the off day. It's like they can't get in sync right now with the Pittsburgh series, and it just carried over. They won in extra innings in that getaway game. And, they go into Philadelphia and they get spanked. 7 runs is enough to win a game. But when you give up 13 and 2 homers of Schwarber, 2 home runs of Schwarber, that's unacceptable. And I know Assad really had a bad outing, giving up 9 runs, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts, giving up 11. I was watching the game because now I have Marquee on Hulu, thank God. And it looked like batting practice. The bases were loaded and boom, little shot on the gap.
Javi needs the glasses. Javi needs to put the glasses back on. Screw the contacts, put the glasses. We need glasses, Javi. All right. Now, I totally agree. Except for today, I could. Excuses are limited, right? After April, there's no more excuses. I'll give them that. The emotional win yesterday. You didn't get swept by the Pirates. You come back in extras. Good, fine. Then you have to travel to Philadelphia and play tonight. Right, that's a little difficult. I could give you that, but with how that Pirate series played out, right, you had opportunities in every single game to take the lead. Not only take the lead, take a commanding lead. You weren't able to do that. Your offense wasn't able to do that. Bregman, I won't get on him as much as I'll get on PCA, because PCA doesn't look like he has a fucking plan at the plate right now. PCA looks like he's trying to win the World Series with every at bat. You know what I mean? Like every time they go out there, and I think the pressure is getting to him because this is a team that should win. I feel like they're trying to win the World Series in April. It feels like that's the pressure that they put on. Either they're putting on themselves or they're feeling it from, outside. I don't think that this team right now is settled with, who they are and what they can do and what they should do as a baseball team. I think that they're pressing. I think that they, obviously you want to start out hot, but once you start pressing and it's not working, it could get worse. So, like, for me, knowing that you're going to get Justin Steele back here soon, Javier Assad, I think will be fine, moving forward. I don't think Javi's going to be a huge negative for us. You had fucking Imanaga, as much as the people complain about the home runs, it's usually one home run that beats them, which is, right. Which to me is like, well, fuck. But it's usually always one home run that beats Imanaga. He goes out and he's pitching a fucking no-hitter. You know what I mean? And you can't generate enough runs to protect that. You can't generate it. Thielbar comes in. What happens? Fucking 2-run home run right out the fucking gates.
Right the back, yeah.
The next game, what happens? I don't want to get on Thielbar because he had a good year. And he honestly, he didn't pitch horrible like in that second game, but you throw the fucking ball down the line. You know what I mean? Like, there was no need to run. Like, I just feel like this team is putting too much pressure on themselves, and they're not settled. It looks like they're not settled. They're not comfortable right now.
They definitely look like they're pressing for everything. And, we've always heard the term, you can't win the World Series in April, or you can't win the division in April, but you sure can lose the division in April. And right now, you guys are in last place, and Pittsburgh is in first place.
But it's
only three games.
It's only right. If you look at the standings, right, and I mean, I'm talking about through all of Major League Baseball. There's only a few. Right. There's a few teams where you're like, okay, they're really playing bad, right? Astros. I don't think the Cubs. Yeah, right. I don't think the Cubs are that. I don't think the Cubs are. I just think that they're sputtering out the gates because they're trying to do too much out there. Like, they need to just settle down. They need to, concentrate on one game at a time. I know it's cliche. Concentrate at one game at a time, one at bat at a time, one pitch at a time. That will get you settled in my mind. Because to me, like I said before, I think I think everybody's trying to win the World Series right now.
Yeah, I'm looking at the injury report, and the Cubs are definitely the walking wounded. Hunter Harvey on the IL for 15 games, Porter Hodge 15, Jordan Wicks 15, Phil Maton is 15. Steele is coming back next month. Cade Horton for 15, Matthew Boyd for 15. That is a lot of pitching that's on the IL right now, and I really think that you left Assad out there because you can't tax your bullpen every single series this early in the year. If you get to June, those guys are going to be burnt. So you don't want that problem, but it's going to suck. And who are they going to bring up? Do they have pitching in the minor leagues that's going to be capable of eating up 2-3 innings?
Well, Jackson Wiggins is complaining about a sore arm. So that's, that's your guy. That's the guy that's, is next up, right? So it's like it's rough. It's rough. To me, if the Cubs can, by the deadline, and to me, it's got to happen, right? If you're really trying to do something this year, by the deadline, they're in first, second, or third place, right? And if you're in third, it has to be close still. You know what I'm saying? They're going to have to go after another starter, and there's teams with starters that are pitching very well on losing ball clubs, or they're right now they're in the middle of the pack and they could go either way with the season, right? Type of ball clubs. You're going to have to make another move. You're going to have to add another guy to that rotation if you really want to make this run this year legitimate. You might not need another bat. I don't think you'll need another bat. I think he'll try to elevate somebody, maybe Alcantara, somebody. But you need at least 2 more arms, in my eyes. And one, it wouldn't even have been that if we didn't lose Horton, right? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I think you need 1 to 2 more arms.
I mean, obviously, the news this week has been that Giolito is available, and they kicked the tires on it, and he wants a 2-year contract starting at $20 million. Is that something that's feasible for the Chicago Cubs? A guy that can eat up innings. He had a really good year last year.
$10 million a year, 2 years. Like I said, one, and an option, right? It's early enough in the season where you're gonna see 1 full season of Giolito with the Cubs. 1, and you have a club option on the 2nd year. You know what I'm saying?
With a buyout. With a buyout, yeah. You're gonna have to get a buyout.
Right, something, so like, something like that, okay. But if it's like, no, I want 2 years strong, then I'm like, okay. I don't want you to you show up, you have a decent year, and then next season you're fucking just milking us for 10 mil. Like that's the fear. You know what I mean?
Right.
And you're getting, and arms are going to be coming up too. So now you're adding a guy for 2 years that might not have to be with you, might not be with you for 2 years. So like I said, a club option for that 2nd year. Okay, fine. I'm not scared of the 10 million like the Cubs are.
You go in the middle.
Scared of $10 million fucking dollars, right, Jose?
yeah, exactly.
$10 million fucking dollars just had 2 home runs and 4 fucking RBIs on your ass. But $10 million, you just can't do it. Can't do it.
No, can't do it. You give him $10 million to your club option, and a buyout of $5 million. Like if we feel like you're not going to be here next year, cool. $5 million. Here you go. You meet in the middle, and you know what? The Cubs are going to be good for a couple of years. So like, why wouldn't you want to be there for 2 years with that club option, right? You have other people like Patrick Corbin, who's 36 with a WAR 3.6. You have Nestor Cortez, 31 at a WAR 2.1. Obviously, we talked about Giolito with a WAR of 2.0. I'm trying to look at some other names. Frankie Matas, 33, 1.3 WAR.
I'm the one that doesn't walk people as much.
It ain't gonna be Stroman. Tell you that much. It won't be Stroman.
Well, we're not bringing Stroman back.
No, and that is about it. That is about it as far as starting pitchers that are available right now as a free agent. Would you go? There's not a lot on free agents as far as bullpens. That's usually eating up very quickly. Nothing really good out there. I mean, you can sign Kopech, but we know what Kopech is. He's going to be injured as soon as you sign him. He'll hurt his fingers when he signs the contract. Other than that, there's really no names that you would want on your team. But they're playing a tough part of their schedule, and it's you can't even put yourself. Oh, we just got the Pirates. We'll take 3 out of 4. That is no longer the case with the Pirates. We know the Phillies are contenders. Then you have the Mets at home, who are playing the Dodgers at the moment. Yep, they're in LA. So
no, the writing on the wall was with the Pirates. Like the writing on the wall last season and going into this season was like, as long as they were able to keep guys on their fucking team instead of getting rid of guys, that young team for the Pirates can do some damage. Like they're a team that can screw you over late in the year, even early in the year, as we've seen if they get on a roll. But yeah, like you still have the Reds. You obviously still have the Brewers. You know what I mean? Like I just you have to. What was that? We were
looking at you didn't even face Paul Skeens.
No, and you didn't face Paul Skeens. So it's like, again, you're gonna have to make sure you find another one or more two more arms. And this offense, they get men on base. They just don't drive them in. That's a fucking problem. You got to be able to score more runs. You're plus 40 at the bottom of the fucking division. Yeah. At plus 40. You need more runs. You need more. You know what I mean? Like you need more, man. Like it's frustrating with this team right now.
It is. Starting pitching is keeping them in the games for the most part. The offense has disappeared in key moments when it comes into driving in runs, and the bullpen is reliable because they're taxed and hurt. And again, that is not a recipe for a winning baseball team. So they're going to have to make some changes early. I was listening to the score on the way home from my softball game, and or two there or two, I can't remember, 2 or 4 from. But Steve Stone was talking about that these pitchers are taught to throw hard every single pitch, try to get velocity. He's like, everybody is in love with the speed gun.
Mhm.
Pitchers are what the job is. You're there to pitch. You're not there to throw. You're there to pitch. So if you're pitching, you can be a Greg Maddux and have a 20-year career because you learn how to pitch and how to manipulate the batter. If you just throw when you're wild, you're gonna walk them, hit them, or get hit. So something has to change in MLB baseball, and hopefully that'll change come soon because it goes in cycles, right? So
Mhm.
again, Cubs need to fix the starting rotation to give you more chances. Defense has been pretty good. I did see PCA try to throw someone out, and I was like, you allowed another runner to get to second base, which ended up scoring anyways. Again, just limit the damage when you can. I get it. You're trying to make a play because you're a superstar, but only 1 or 2 bats are carrying the load of game. It's not a full team, effort. So that situational hitting's not there. The bullpen's been leaky, and the bottom of the lineup has been just nothing but straight out.
Yeah, I'm
They're not bad and they're not dangerous. That's the problem.
right, right. And like I said,
That's
the guys that you need aren't doing it. You know what I
no.
mean? Like Nico's doing it. Nico just signed a contract. Nico's doing it. Carson Kelly's fucking on fire. Hell, fucking Swanson just hit 2 fucking home runs in back-to-back days. You know what I mean? Like
Ballesteros was like this much from a home run.
Ballesteros should be batting third.
Yes, that
Ballesteros
big
should be
boy.
batting third. That's where he should be right now. Because Moises Ballesteros, like I'll say that, like I had hope that he would, he could turn into a great hitter, like a great DH for us, and just rake. It's still early, but
Mhm.
man, when he hits the ball, it's smashed. It's fucking laced. He crushes the baseball, and
He's a big boy.
like I said, but you need PCA, you need Bregman, you need those 2 guys as well because they're dangerous when they're hot. But right now, it's ice cold, man.
Very ice cold. We'll see what the Cubs do for the rest of the series. Again, they're playing Philly, and then they're playing New York at home, and then they go on a West Coast trip, and they'll do the whole, San Francisco, LA, Padres circuit. So
Mhm.
it's not going to be easy for the Cubs. They really need to get the train back on the tracks and start with rectifying this, so that way they get on the roll by May. And then be able to see who's going to be a contender or not, and start picking pieces off other teams because it's not looking pretty with the amount of injuries that the Cubs have at the moment. Let's switch over to the south side of Chicago, where the Chicago White Sox split with the Kansas City Royals, those pesky Royals. The White Sox took the finale 6-5 and lost 2 games prior to that 2-0 and won the first game at 2-0. Again, it's going to be a bunch of growing pains, people. Like when it comes to the White Sox, they're going to be exciting, they're going to be fun to watch, but it's going to be growing pains because you don't really have that reliable pitching when it comes to the starting pitching. They've had Grant Taylor, who's been lights out as a starter. We saw him opening day. He pitched 3 out of the 4 days opening weekend, and they've been using him as a starter. He had a clean sheet, and then they put in, I forget who they put in, and he got rocked. Will Venable had 9 pitchers in yesterday, 9 pitchers in 9 innings, which means that man was managing his ass off to keep that 6-5 win.
Oh, yeah.
That tells you that boy is managing. He was making defensive moves. He's like, Benintendi, you struck out, in the 7th. Boom, let's get out. I need a defensive kid out there.
Yeah, in particular
And
with the pitch. Sorry, in particular
go
with
ahead,
the
go.
pitching, because you're right. I love Will Venable for the White Sox. I do. I think he's the perfect fit. Also, you got to think he's got to see these guys in action because there's going to still be some movement. I don't think it'll be a lot as a past seasons, but there'll still be movement with some of these guys. If you're not able, if you're not doing what you need, they're going to go ahead and rotate, see if they can find somebody else to fit it. That's how I see them attacking this season. Yeah, there will be some movement, obviously deadline, whatnot, but you also will see movement from the farm system in throughout, right? It'll be like I won't call it a revolving door, but it will be something like that to where they could see this talent, who can and who can't, right? And good for them. Good for them. Good for him. Like you said, he managed his ass off. They got the win.
Yeah, he definitely did that. And you also had Colson Montgomery hit a home run. That boy, when he hits that ball, it's gone. And it's good to see after all the struggles last year and then coming with over 21 home runs in the second half of the season. And now he's a threat. And now you pair him with Murakami. Now you got 2 power hitters.
Got to be your third baseman.
Yes.
Got to be your third baseman.
Yes.
No more Vargas. You got to be able to. You got to have him at third. You have 2 power bats at the corners. He's a better fielder. You know what I mean? You play shortstop, you better be able to play fucking third and play third somewhat well. Mm-hmm. I just, he's the future, but I gotta have him at third. I just don't trust Vargas right now. I don't think Vargas will be on this team halfway through the season.
You know what? He has been pretty decent at I haven't seen him make an error, but he has been.
He made an error the other day. Threw the ball. Yeah, he threw the ball. Murakami couldn't even fucking. There's no way.
Oh, that's right. Yes, he did. Yeah. Again, I don't have CSN or whatever the channel is anymore. I have to find other avenues.
I'll send you my login.
Amazing. Yeah. So again, Montgomery kicking ass. Murakami, he's making the adjustments that after the adjustments they're making after him because they're throwing him different stuff every single series. They're like inside, outside, low, breaking ball. They're not giving him any consistent. And sometimes they're just walking. They're like, yeah, we're not going to deal with him. And that's a good sign. If they're walking him this early in the season, that means they know he can hit bombs. So if they're going out to, it's going to be fun.
And on top of that, they know he can hit bombs, but they also know, right, if they're just walking him and staying away from him, they also know they don't know what to fucking adjust to with him, right? If pitchers adjust, right? You usually see that young hitters get hot out the gates by fucking June. They're struggling. They got a little bit of a lull going. But to hear that, where they're all right, we're gonna walk them. Do you have a plan? Do you need more time for him? Like, how are these guys gonna attack him? You can't just fucking walk them every time, So like that's a really good sign with Murakami. Like other teams fear him. And not just fear him because he's, hot right now. Like, no, he probably can get us even if we try to fuck with him.
Yeah, and then you have a bunch of the guys that brought up. You had Derek Hill, who's a veteran, but Tanner Murray had a home run, first one of the year. We got him from the Tampa Bay transaction.
Let me
one guy. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah,
Sox cap Cubs cap now.
There we go. Dustin Harris has been a good surprise for the White Sox. They pulled up the kid, and you're talking about if you're not producing, you're moving them out. Lenin Sosa got traded to Toronto today.
Oh yeah. There you go. That's my point exactly. Right. It's starting now. Lenin Sosa, all right, player, wasn't going to be a part of the future, right?
No, not part of the future. He led the team in home runs last year, but he was the odd man out. There's nowhere to put him. I mean, he's a very good utility player. He's got a pretty decent bat, but he doesn't walk and he strikes out a lot. So guess what? Toronto's like, hey, we'll give you a minor leaguer and a player to be named later or cash considerations. Those players to be named later end up being some superstars sometimes. Those low A-ball guys that you're like, oh, he's 18. We'll never know what he's going to be. Well, look at that. We've seen a lot of those.
Go after pitching. If I were you guys, I'd go after pitching.
Yes, get another pitcher. Always stack up on pitching. You've got another player being called up, Noah Schultz from the Chicagoland area, getting called up on Tuesday, making his first start. I don't know how long they're going to give him. But he's been filthy in the minor leagues.
Are they here?
They will be here on Tuesday. I got my semi-championships. I wish.
Oh, that's right.
Yes, man.
I'll be there. I'm gonna be there. I want to see that shit. But tomorrow's my birthday, so hopefully you get the W.
There we go. Again, the White Sox are doing what they're doing, and it's a good direction that they're taking right now. Pitching is showing fight. The offensive stuff is very inconsistent, but alive. You don't feel like they're out of it now. 5-6 runs, you're down. You feel like they can chip away and probably be competitive, not to take those wins all the time. The energy and the atmosphere in the clubhouse and on the field is completely different. You have that winner mentality where these guys are all on the same page. Not only do they play for Venable, but they respect him. How many times are all these changes that come in third, fourth, fifth inning? What was the last series before the Royals series? They were bunting just about every other batter.
Baltimore?
Against Baltimore. They were like, you know what? Bunt. I think we have the most bunts in the major leagues so far.
Hey, man, you do
fundamental baseball.
Yeah, you do what works. You do what works, right? And it doesn't necessarily have to be every game, but you notice if you're a good manager, right? Well, okay, we haven't been in the last couple games really fucking driving in runs. Let's try to manufacture this one. Let's try to move guys over. Let's try to get things going, and maybe we'll fucking find a way to break through. And to be honest, that's great. It's almost a lost art, but if you can utilize and you have good students of the bunt and they can execute it well, it's a problem. It's a major problem. You saw Thilbar. It was a swinging bunt, but you saw Thilbar rush it with a somewhat fast, a base runner and throw it up the line. And then boom, there you go. There goes the game.
It changes momentum, and baseball is all about momentum, and it definitely is a thing that you see Venable doing. Like, okay, we're not driving the ball, we're not hitting the ball. Okay, cool. Like you said, let's manufacture. Let's put pressure on the defense to make this play. And guess what? You may get a hit, and once you get a hit, let's get another hit and another hit. And a lot of these guys that are on the bench are very, very fast. They have a very fast team. Luis Angel Acuna is very fast. That boy can fly. You probably score on from first base on a deep fly. He's really fast. And you get a lot of guys that are like that. They have a series against Tampa Bay. They have 3 against Tampa Bay. Then they go to the West Coast, 3 against the Athletics and 3 against the Diamondbacks. Again, everybody is pretty much bunched up. White Sox are 3.5 in the bag. They're last in the American League Central, 6-10, 3.5 back. Again, everybody's bunched up. The only team that is really... Well, not even that. The Astros, I think they won today, or did they lose? Because they're 6-11 now.
I believe they lost. Let me check this. I got the scores over here. Oh, they didn't even play.
They didn't even play. No, they
lost. They lost the Mariners. 6-2.
Mariners. There you go. Yeah, well, so there's a lot of teams that are 6-10, 6-11. So right now, their Astros hold the worst record in MLB, which is surprising. But again, right now, it's April. It's April, people. And you can get super excited right now, but we've seen many a times what did it the Pittsburgh Pirates have I don't know, they had they won 20 games in a row or something. No, not 20 games in a row, but they might have been 20 games and past 500, midway through the season, and completely collapsed. So it's happened to teams. We don't want to happen in Chicago, but it's going to be fun season for Chicago baseball. You're going to see a lot of these kids get called up for the White Sox. You're going to see the Cubs start making moves. Hey, the Cubs can talk to the White Sox or some of these veterans.
Like who?
I mean, didn't you have Eric Fetty? Didn't he sign with you guys for a cup of coffee?
Yeah, I think he might have. I think we traded him to you. Did. We traded him to you. No, yeah. We traded him to you, right?
That might have been it.
Yeah, let me look.
Yeah, and then he kicked ass. He kicked ass first, and then we traded him to St. Louis, and then we got him back. I mean, that's one player. Let's see. I'm trying to look at anybody else that we can trade as far, because we're pretty hurt too. Let's see. No.
No, he went from Washington to you guys.
Oh, Washington to us. There we go.
Well, no. Okay, so 2004 he was on 2 teams, right? Okay, White Sox and St. Louis. Yeah, he was never a Cub.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. He could be a Cub. Just to give me a player.
See what his career is.
All right. His regular season, he's 34-58, ERA of 4.91. Let's see. What do you need? Pitching.
I'm just gonna say right now, no thanks.
For an A player, no.
You know what? I'm never gonna want to trade pitchers with you again after Quintana.
Yeah.
You know what we could have done? We could have kept the pitcher we sent to you. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like
that big ass monster that's pitching for Toronto now.
Yeah, you could have kept him, just like you could have kept Schwarber for $10 million fucking dollars. What? Let me back up. Let me.
This is where we're at now.
The Sox right now.
Sox.
We're here.
Drew Thorpe is on IL for 15 games. Chris Murphy, third baseman. Mike Vassell for 60. Prelander Barora for 15. Let's see. Kyle Teal is still on IL for 10 more games. Brooks Baldwin, IL 60. He's done for the year. I think he had the elective surgery on the wrist. That is pretty much it. I'm waiting for them to trade Benintendi. Please trade.
He'd be the guy to go, right? Like he'd be.
Yeah.
That would be the one. Like you never should have fucking signed him for what you signed him for. I don't know what the fuck was going on there, but you got to move forward. You got other guys waiting.
You got Colson Montgomery down there ready to go. Like he's raking in the minor leagues. Start bringing these kids up. Give them a cup of coffee. See how they do, how they react. Sometimes you need that shot in the arm from those young kids to get the line moving. So for me, let's see what these kids can do. Again, this season is all about growth.
The kids can play.
The kids can play. The kids can play. And then
every time it's
I am going to secure the crosstown tickets for the Saturday.
Okay.
In May, the ones at the cell. So I'll get those ready to go for us. All right. Well, let's take a quick break. And on the flip side of the break, we're going to talk some basketball, both on the Bulls side and the Sky side, because today was their draft. So we'll talk about what the Bulls need to do in the front office, what the Sky have done today. And then we will close out with some WrestleMania predictions for Ivan. Since WrestleMania is, I believe it's this weekend, right? Oh, yeah, it is this weekend. All right, great.
I don't know who's doing what, but all right.
Yeah.
I'll blindly choose.
There you go. You got 90 seconds to check it out. So we're going to take a quick break, and on the flip side, we will do all of that. So stay tuned.
Hey there, Chicago enthusiasts. Are you ready to take your fandom to the next level? The True Chicago Sports Fan Podcast has got you covered with some serious cool merch that screams Chicago pride. From cozy sweaters to trendy tank tops, we got it all. Show off your love for the city with our iconic red, white, and blue logo, or stand out with our exclusive collection for the love of sports. Whether you're lounging at home, breaking a sweat at the gym, or cheering on your team at a game, our gear is a must-have for all you diehard Chicago sports fans out there. Don't hesitate. Visit bonfire.com/store/606-media-store/ or simply just click the link in the description and snag your gear ASAP. Get ready to make some noise, show your pride, and embrace the Chicago spirit with True Chicago Sports Fan Podcast merch. Designed for you, the ultimate fan, for the love of sports.
Hey guys, it's Steven.
And this is Sean, and you are listening to True Chicago Sports Fans.
Don't forget to listen to No War on the Weekend. New episodes on Monday. You can find us anywhere you listen to podcasts.
Yeah, so we're going to go do a couple of shots. So let's kick it back over to Big Z.
No War on the Weekend.
Is that still
the
on?
True Chicago Sports Fan Podcast with Big Z and Ivy from the Tape Never Lies. And it's time to talk some basketball. And obviously, we kind of covered a little bit of last week with the Bulls making the decision to get rid of AK and Mark Eversley. And there's a lot of rumors going around, right? That there was dysfunction between the ownership and the president, the general manager, and the coach. And right now the season is over. They got blown out by Orlando in their final game. And now it's time to see what the Bulls are going to do with president of basketball operation targets. So I'm going to give you 3 names, and you're going to tell me which one you would prefer. Sam Presti, Masai Ujiri, Tim Conley.
You're not going to get Sam Presti. Ujiri's probably the next 2. They're probably going to be. You could probably go after him, but if I'm an executive, like if I'm going to be, oh my God, was it courted by the Bulls, right? I want guarantees about control and about like the ability to. You just need autonomy to do what you want with the basketball team. There cannot be any pushback on anything. You know what I'm saying? Like
you had Reinsdorf, Michael Reinsdorf, saying go out there and talk publicly and make a statement saying Billy's our guy, and if the GM comes in here doesn't like Billy, then he's not our GM.
And then you got Billy saying the opposite. You got Billy literally saying the opposite in his press conference. Of course you want your GM to have his coach. Fucking of course. Of course. Why the fuck would you want to force somebody on some it can work, but does it? Does it usually work?
We've seen that with the Bears.
Yes, somebody's idea of how the team should be run is going to be one way. It's not going to be aligned with it. The reason they hired Billy is because they were aligned with how they want to do things, apparently at the start. But then all of a sudden it was like, well, what the fuck is Billy supposed to do with 20 guards? You know what I mean? Like, what is he supposed to do? So I don't hate Billy. I'm not. No. This ain't Billy's fault. It fucking sucks. And I hope he wins a title. If he's not with us, I hope he wins a title somewhere. Because I like Billy Donovan. But
go ahead, finish your thought.
But you can't force him on somebody. If you want to have the conversation, you bring somebody in, they have the conversation with Billy, see if it works out, or if they already know they can work with Billy, fine. But if you bring in a guy and he already has his mindset on somebody, you can't fucking hang on to Billy Donovan because you're buds with him.
No, you really can't. And for me, I know Billy's going through a lot of personal losses and situations at home with sicknesses and deaths. So he might be ready to step down just away from basketball altogether. And that might be the best thing for the Chicago Bulls, where Billy's like, you know what? I need time for myself. Go ahead and hire your coach. But I can come on as a special advisor, right? So I can keep my paycheck or whatever you want to do. You're not going to get the top of the line guy. Sam Presti, he's going to want to control things, and we know how the Bulls do. They don't allow people to have control. We saw with Thibodeau, right? That struggle with Thibodeau. And again, I know Thibodeau wears out his welcome wherever he goes because he goes hard, and all he does is live, breathe, and shit basketball. So we've seen that. So don't expect Tibbs to come back, all right, people? That's not going to be a thing. But you're going to see someone come in here as a president and a GM, and they're going to mold the Bulls to their vision. Here's the thing. I don't want this new administration that comes in to waste the youth and this two-man horse that we have right now in Giddey and Modest. We've seen what they can do. And there's still people that do not believe in Giddey. But we've seen what the rest of the offense was doing. Those young kids were balling out this last couple of weeks.
I don't know how you don't believe in Giddey. Like
some people
the struggles of the Bulls, right? Literally directly coincide with any type of struggle Giddey has, right? And the guy fucking, I mean, he's a great point guard. I think he would be a great fit if he, here if he stood long term, right? I think we have something with a facilitator, right? That we hope we had with Lonzo, but unfortunately, Lonzo couldn't, the injuries and everything like that. But we have a facilitator. So there's one. Then you have a guy in Buzelis who if he continues to grow and it was his third year.
Who? Buzelis is second. This was the second.
Going into his third year, this is the time where you start to take off, you start to grow, you start to figure things out, right? Get better at things. Buzelis ain't going nowhere, in my eyes. You find Dillingham, you find what's the name? The young cat they got.
Colin Sexton?
No, not Sexton. The other Miller.
Oh, Leonard Miller. Yeah.
Now you find a guy like these. Now you're cooking with gas, right? Now you have guys that can score off the bench. While some of them might start next year, but that you have two guys in Giddey and Buzelis that will quite honestly benefit from having other players play, somewhat up to their par. And now you see some players, Dillingham, Sexton, Miller, guys like that. Fucking Ulrich yesterday. Doug, where the fuck has Ulrich been? Where the fuck has Ulrich been, dog?
He's been going to at the end of the bench.
Yeah, where has he been? Fucking dereliction of duty, bro. You don't have that. Look, I know it's the last game of the year. You give it. You're just you get off the bench. You get your spot. You get it up. Bro, that was the effort and energy we fucking need. The rebounding, going up, going and taking it strong, dude. Where has he been?
That gives you the out. If Ulbrich can do that on a daily basis, that gives you the out of, hey, Patrick Williams, go pick up your shit. It's in a garbage bag already. It's one of the black one right there next to your locker. Pick your shit up and get the fuck out. It's time for you to go. We're gonna eat this money. Ulbrich is a rookie. Guess what? Next year he's gonna be a second year. He's going to do what he's gonna do. You have Isaac Okoro, a veteran now. He can give you, 8 and 8, 9 and 9, a double. Jalen Smith is getting into his own. Again, we have a lot of young talent. We need somebody that's going to be able to make this young talent gel together and grow them. Anthony Simmons, obviously he's hurt. He's not going to play, right? We have to see what's going to happen next year. There's a lot of free agents that we coming off the books. And then you have Nsange, who will be coming back after that shoulder surgery. So they're going to have a lot of talent. I'm not sure. We don't know what he is. We don't know where he is.
Okay. I know you're right. You're right. You know what? You're absolutely right. We don't know what he is. I will
reserve.
I will
judgment. Yeah, let's. Yeah.
I'll let it.
You know what? I would love to keep Yuki at the end of the bench.
Talk.
I know he can't guard the players in the NBA as far as because guards are usually like 6'7" now. But the boy can throw some dimes. And the boy plays really good on the offensive side, sets up the offense very well. And you get him with the second or even the third unit, give him some 5-6 minutes and be able to, be a microwave and get that second and third unit going while the other guys are on the bench resting. McClung has been McClung, right? He's gonna do what he does. Again, another glue guy that he put 55 up in the G League. And then, he comes up to the NBA, he's scoring 5 or 7 points.
Yeah, again, it's go back to fucking AK. Go back to him. It was always supposed to be in his image. After he fucked up with Pat Williams, doubles down because he can't fucking be wrong, right? He just can't be wrong.
No one offered him a contract.
Nobody. No one was offering him a contract, bro. Then you have a situation like that. Like I said, fucking Lachlan Ulrich or
Yeah.
Ulbrich. Oh, it's Ulbrich. It's
Ulbrich.
yeah. Triple double. 15 and 10, bro. And I know the Bulls lost and it was bad. You can't call it garbage time because he was playing his ass off, bro.
Right.
Like he had 31 minutes on the fucking floor, bro. You know what I mean? Like you can't tell me that it was garbage, garbage time stuff. No. It wasn't. He played his ass off. Fought, and he kicked ass, man. Like to me, seeing that upset me more because I know that they were forcing players on Billy. They had to be forcing the lineups on to Billy Donovan. Who should be on the court? Who's going to get the minutes off the fucking bench? Who's going to come up from the G League? Who's going to come up from the G League? all that shit, bro. AK he's probably the worst GM we've ever had. And quite honestly, I know record-wise, this isn't the worst Bulls team we've ever had, but this is probably the straw that breaks the camel, or it should. It should, because you had opportunities. You not only this year, but years previous. You had opportunities and you fucked them away. I went through with our boy Abe yesterday. We're chilling in the garage at the bar, and I'm like, check this out. So we went through from 12 to now. There's at least 10 to 15 players the Bulls could have drafted over certain draft. The only draft pick I think that they got no, not the only one. So Buzelis, Bobby Portis Jr. I think those are the two that you got absolutely fucking right. Like Bobby Portis Jr., if he fucking stood on this team, would be a force. He became a force on a championship team.
As soon as he left.
For your rivals. You know what I mean? For your rival. That the poor decision making from this organization, right? From this, in particular, these two, AK and Eversley. It's worse than post Jordan. At least at post Jordan, we knew we were going to struggle, right? But we had you're always like, okay, well, we got these draft picks. We could let's see what we could do. You know, blah blah blah. No, bro. There's no light on the horizon. I need to see you break through this fucking wall to see the light. Where's the light at the end of the tunnel for the Chicago Bulls?
There is none, especially with 9 second-round draft picks on those guys that should have been traded a year earlier. You could have got a first-rounder for Caruso. You could have got a first-rounder for Andre Drummond. They wanted him bad. And then you let him walk, and he goes to Philadelphia anyways. You could have traded for a first-round draft pick. You could have drafted Levine.
It's arrogance. It's AK's fucking arrogance because he thought he was going to get into the playoffs. Oh, we're in the play-in? Okay, well, maybe we can make a run. Fuck out of here, you can make a run. This isn't the 90s NBA. This isn't the 80s NBA. You know
Only
what I'm saying?
one team has done it, and it was the Heat. And I think that was the COVID year.
Yeah, you can't. Come on, man. I mean, you had Dallas win, right? You had a couple teams get there, and one or two teams. Like I think the lowest is probably like the 6th to get to to win the title, right? I think that's probably the lowest ever to win a title as a 6th seed. Regardless of that, that's your goal is to fucking barely make it in and have to fucking play a 1-game playoff against teams that, you know what I'm saying, that are definitely going to beat you. Miami owns you. You know, Miami owns you.
3 years in a row.
You play a play-in with Miami, it's going to go to Miami.
Yeah. Jimmy Butler's going to destroy you.
Yeah, that meant this fucking loser-ass mentality needs to change with the Chicago Bulls because it is a loser-ass mentality.
Yeah, they ended up in 12, so the Bucks ended up in 11, so that's great. They are going to be top 10 in draft picks, and then we have to wait to see if Portland makes it out of the play-in, and then we'll get another draft pick in the first round. So then we'll have 2 in the first round, which would be great. But this is a very guard-heavy draft. So are we drafting another guard? Are you drafting best available? I mean, what?
You had okay, it'll be best available, but if it is a guard, he's got to be the killer. He's got to be a killer. You know what I'm saying? He's got to be a killer. He's got to be two-way. My thing is, I think you need to go forward. A power forward, I think would be nice if you had a power forward that could score. You know what I mean? Lanky can play, a little defense, but God knows there's no defense being played in the NBA. But play a little defense, but can score. I think you need another scoring forward because you got guards that can score too now. Like, you know what I mean? Like you have players that can score. Giddey can give you 20.
Are you gonna take a freshman? Are you gonna take a 2-3 year player, 3-year player? Are you sold with taking? Oh, this guy had a good, No,
I need a guy. I need a guy that's gonna go in now, especially if you win the lottery and let's say you get top 4, whatever. I need a guy that's gonna be out there this year will be on the team, will be starting, at some point, whether it's right away or down the line in season. No, he needs to be a part of the Bulls, not the fucking G League. No, not okay. We signed this European dude that's not going to come for 7 fucking years. You know what I mean? You can't have that. You need to have somebody that could go right fucking now for you.
Are you thinking like top 3 would be Cam Boozer, right? That power forward.
Get a Cam Boozer. Get a Cam Boozer. Fine. Whoever it is, they need to be fucking ready to go.
I would love, if they don't get into the top 3, top 4, maybe even top 5, if they get the 6th pick, get Keaton Wagler from Illinois.
He's just light for me.
He's light?
A little light for me. Yeah. I think he's a guy that in 2-3 years, yeah, he could definitely, if he put some weight on, but yeah, he's a little light for me. I want a forward. I think that's kind of where I'm at.
I want a forward. Yeah, either power forward or small forward.
An athletic power forward. I think Buzelis will be fine at the 3. Right. But yeah, I need an athletic forward that can put up points, and definitely could block shots, like that. Like that's what I need. I don't need a defensive specialist. I don't need a one-trick pony on offense. I need a forward that can do multiple things, but in particular score.
Yeah, definitely be able to score, and then we can put somebody that can just play defense, kind of a Joakim Noah Rodman kind of mentality. I'm just there to play defense and, cause problems. That's what I still need one of those players. I need a glue guy like that. Let the other 4 guys score. I need somebody that's going to be blocking shots. I need that defense, man. I don't know. I'm very Thibodeau heavy, where you have, your Taj Gibson's going to give you 10 and 5.
But that was the problem with Tibbs. Not the problem with Tibbs. Sorry. That was the problem with that team, like forward wise.
Yeah,
you weren't getting those points forward wise. You weren't able to have a forward step out. And back then it wasn't all the time, but like you weren't able to have one step out real quick, hit a fucking 3 for you. Chris Bosh, like Chris Bosh would be able to do. Like certain forwards would be able to do. You didn't have that. They were strictly defense. Like they could put up 10, 15, 12 points, something like that. But they were all defense. Noah, Taj, Nazi Muhammad. You know what I mean? Like who else? Fucking big man. Like they're all defensive oriented. Like so, I need a guy that can fucking score in the front court, and not be just strictly a defensive stopper. Even though I love Noah, I love Taj. It's not me hating.
Well, Taj came off the bench before Boozer.
It was a different team how they were using it, right?
Yeah, and again, that was a different NBA. This
and even Boozer, they bit more than they can chew, because Boozer they thought was going to be an offensive force, and
get that, Joe. Get that, Joe.
Get it, Joe. Come on, Joe.
Yeah, of course, he didn't want to do any work. All right, well, let's transition to what happened today. The Chicago Sky made their draft picks with the first round pick number 5. They picked up Gabriela Jaquez, sister of the Jaquez from the Heat. She's a forward, went to UCLA. They won the championship. With their second round pick 21, they picked up Sydney Taylor, a guard from Ohio State. And then with their third round pick number 32, Aisha, that one's hard, Coulibaly, a guard from Texas A&M.
I believe you.
Yeah, I'm going to go with it. Yeah. Earlier this week, obviously, they traded Angel Reese last week, right, to Atlanta in exchange for first round picks.
Best trade they could have made.
Yep. And then they're swapping the second round pick next year. They've also made a lot of moves. Let's see what else they do. Here she is. Skylar Diggins signed a 2-year deal to provide veteran leadership in the backcourt. You have Azura Stevens returning to the Sky. She played for the Sky. I remember that. On a 3-year contract after 3 seasons with the Sparks. Elizabeth Williams resigned with the team.
She won a title with her. She won the title with the Sky, right?
Who? Azura?
Yeah, right.
Azura. Yeah, she was with Kenneth Parker.
Yeah, she won a title with us. Yeah.
You got Elizabeth Williams re-signed with the team, 2-year, $1.2 million contract. Rachel Banham re-signed. Let's see who else. Courtney Vandersloot re-signed with a 2-year, $750.
Vandersloot's on the team again. Ooh,
Still, yeah.
I like Vandersloot.
Yeah, she's been on and off the team. And Dejanay Carrington joined the Sky with a new contract. I mean, what they did is crazy because you had Angel Reese coming out being vocal saying, "Oh, this team is trash. Give me some players. This and that." They shipped her off and then got some players.
Because Angel Reese is a selfish fucking bitch. Sorry. I'll say it. I'll say it out loud. Angel Reese is about Angel motherfucking Reese.
She's around the podcast.
Look at her.
Her shoes that no one buys.
Who throws a fucking meet and greet that nobody shows up to? Right? Did you see the whole fucking setup for that shit?
No, I didn't see it.
It was ridiculous. Like if there was gonna be a fucking 100,000 people beating down the door to fucking go see Angel Reese, dog. First of all, you're not that good. Flat out. You're just not that good. Are you able to like mix basketball like that, you know, your professional career and like fashion and shit like that? Yeah, okay. Okay, I'll give that to her, right? She has endorsement shit like that. That's fine. You cannot fucking play basketball is my fucking issue. We've seen it. We've seen it. How many times did she fucking miss shots? How many times would she get 10 rebounds off of her own missed shots? She was about herself. She was never it was always supposed to be, oh, this is Angel Reese's Sky team, right? That's how I see it. That's how it seemed like as soon as she got on our team. It's supposed to be Angel Reese's Sky team. And it never fucking happened. When you're that selfish, because she would always just take, sometimes she would even pass the fucking ball when people were open. She thought she was fucking MJ out there. You have teammates wide open that are working their asses off, and you're over there fucking, being Giannis Antetokounmpo out there. Of course people are going to get mad. Of course. And then you have all these like demands and you act like you're some fucking superstar that you're not. Of course you're fucking going to rub people wrong. The Chicago Sky, I feel like, are going back to a team-oriented, tough-minded style of fucking play. And that is what's going to fucking benefit them in the long run. Not some selfish chick out here trying to have her cake and eat it too. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how it is.
I really think the Angel Reese cost the coach her job. She was there for 1 year. And She was a really good coach. You also had the issue with Kennedy Carter, who was averaging like 17 points a game. And then there was an issue in the locker room and she was shipped off. They let her go and she started playing in China. I mean, you had a lot of issues going on. And I'm not saying that was her, but right now what they did is they reloaded that entire team to be a playoff team right now. And if you looked at your starting rotation right now, do I have that up there?
You got two women back that won a title already. Skylar Diggins won a title too, right? I think Skylar Diggins is one of the better players in the WNBA history, right? Right, one of the best college women basketball players, one of the best fucking WNBA players. You're bringing in basketball players that understand the team wins. You know what I'm saying? Not it's the Angel fucking Reese show. Where
it's funny because she was phased out towards the end of the year of all the promo stuff.
Oh yeah,
that was crazy.
I believe she was being sat more.
She was.
If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they sat her for comments detrimental to the team. Was one game. She got suspended for one game, and then they started kind of like phasing her out from there. But your potential.
Take that Bayou Barbie shit down fucking south in Atlanta if that's where you fucking think you're comfortable with. The only fucking thing I have to – the last thing I'm going to say because I don't want to fucking go further. I'll say this. The Sky right now are doing it right. They're making the right decisions to get themselves back into fucking, WNBA
Contention.
playoff contention. That's what they're doing. They got rid of a problem, right? They got rid of a problem no matter how high of a draft pick she was. Chicago Bulls, listen to this shit.
Mhm.
They got rid of the problem, and they're moving forward.
They're moving forward. Their starting rotation would look like point guard Skylar Diggins, small guard Dejanay Carrington. You got small forward as Rakaya Jackson. Power forward will be Azura Stevens, and your center coming back, Camila Codorso, the Brazilian.
I liked her. No, and
like
Codorso was a better fucking pick than she was. When they got Codorso, I was like, okay, now you got her. Now you got you got her and Angel Reese. I was like, maybe they could work something out. But no. Angel Reese didn't even want to play with her. It's like, Angel, you can't be the only fucking person on the fucking court. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm done. Good luck to the Sky. I hope the Sky succeed this season. I hope they take it all the way to, in spite of Angel Reese. Like, do it. Do that.
That would be great. And again, we'll be there opening day. I know we will be there opening day to support
I'll
the
do
ladies.
it. Hell yeah.
Yeah,
I'll be there.
I love those games. Yeah. We'll definitely get floor seats. All right. Before we get out of here, talk a little wrestling because it is WrestleMania week. Raw ended about an hour ago, and I'll watch it as soon as I get off here and start editing. But night 1 or 2, well, I'm not going to give you that. I'm just going to give you the matchups, and you're going to tell me who you think is going to win. Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton for the championship.
Cody Rhodes.
All right. You got CM Punk versus Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns.
Yeah. Brock Lesnar versus Oba Femi.
Oba Femi.
Oh, I like that. Gunther versus Seth Rollins.
Gunther.
Yeah. Let's see. Women's tag match. You have Nia Jax and Lash Legend versus the Bella Twins. God, that's horrible. Versus Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair versus Lyra Vicaria and Bailey.
Give me Bliss and Flair.
Yeah, same. Definitely love that. There is some other. Let's see. Did I miss all of them? Let's see. I got that one. Stephanie Vaquer versus Liv Morgan.
Liv.
Ooh, Liv taking the championship from Stephanie. That'd be good. AJ Lee versus Becky Lynch.
Becky.
Okay. Jacob Fatu versus Drew McIntyre. That's gonna be a fucking dog fight.
McIntyre.
Yeah. Logan Paul and Austin Theory with ISHO Speed versus the Usos and LA Knight.
Who do you think I'm gonna go with?
I don't know. I think you're gonna go with the Usos.
I'll go with them.
And let's see. Jade Cargill versus Rhea Ripley.
I love Rhea. I'm never gonna.
I love Rhea.
I can't go against Rhea. Come on, bro.
You got Finn Balor coming out as the Demon versus Dominic Mysterio.
Not Dominic.
You're going with the Demon. All right.
Yeah.
Sami Zayn versus Trick Williams.
I guess Trick Williams. Because I like a name.
You like the name. And then there's a ladder match, which I know you're going to love this. Penta versus Javon Evans, the young kid, versus Dragon Lee versus JD McDonough, the big-ass bobblehead guy, versus Rusev and Rey Mysterio.
Give me the kid.
You're going to go with Javon Evans? I think he
kid.
wins it too. Yeah, I
kid.
think he wins it too. Yeah, well, again, this is going to be all this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, WrestleMania. It's going to be a fun time. I'm going to be obsessed this weekend with this, so don't call me, don't text me, don't DM me. I will be doing WrestleMania.
I'll be fucking right there. I'll be calling you and texting you at the same time. We'll be right next to each other.
Right next to you. All right. Oh, you wanted to talk about my comedy?
I mean, if you don't want to, Jose. Okay, so Jose was a host on a comedy show, and he did very well. So,
I appreciate
but
kind
people
words.
were leaving. People were laughing for Jose. You know, he had those school jokes. He had those the teaching jokes. You know what I mean? So, like, yeah, it worked.
It worked. It worked. I did 9 minutes of opening comedy, and then I did a couple jokes in between the comedians. And the two comedians that I know, Rafa and I can't think of her name right now. Well, both of them are veteran comics, and they pretty much pulled me to the side and said, if we would have not known it's your first time, we would be like, all right, wow, he has a lot to work with, and it was pretty funny. The fact that there was like maybe like 12 or 15 people there, and I got them to laugh, I feel like if it was a bigger crowd, the more people laugh, the more it's contagious. But yeah, I was nervous as fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Nervous as fuck.
Yeah.
But for the next one, I know there's going to be an open mic coming up soon. I think I have a game that day, but I will send you the link if you want to jump on the mic and do some open mic there.
I don't give a shit. Yeah,
I know you don't.
I mean, like I said, I'm probably gonna riff. Like I've already written some jokes down that like I've just thought of one day, but like I'm pretty sure I could just riff. Like I have a lot of funny stories. Like I have a ton of funny stories.
You do, yeah. And again, like some people are joke punchline. Some people are let me tell a story, and it weaves through the whole set, and then you give it a payoff at the end. So you could definitely do that. I can see that.
Yeah.
All right. When is your next show, Ivan?
So I think I'm gonna do mock because what is it? When's the draft? It's next week, the 23rd, right?
Yep, next week.
I think I'll do my my last mock draft Monday or Tuesday, depending on what happens tomorrow.
Okay.
Because it'll be Monday if good things happen. It'll be Tuesday if bad things happen.
Okay. All right, y'all. That is it for today. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching, and thank you for subscribing. Thank you for everybody who's been listening, sticking with us, supporting us through 300 episodes. Thank you to our sponsor, 606 Media, True Chicago Sports Fans. Thank you to Ivan, JC, Steven, E-Rock, Mikey O, Carlos Zambrano. Who else do we have? Jessica McCaskill, Isaiah Velasquez. There's so many people that have come on and helped us out so much. So thank you. If I missed somebody, please don't get offended. Carlo, there's so many people. Thank you to all of you guys, and thank you for listening and subscribing. I'm dumbfounded by the support that I get, and especially I got a good crew now that's really dedicated to doing this for moving forward. So I appreciate everybody. Check us out on social media. They're all right there. And truechicagosportsfans@gmail.com. You got something you want to talk about or you want to sponsor us, let me know right there. Definitely taking new sponsorships this summer for the Bear season. All right, so for Ivan, I am Big Z. We'll see you next week for episode 301. And until then, be good to each other for the love of sports.